hello, my name's Andy Tidy and welcome back to Canal Hunter. And if this is your first visit, you are very welcome, and I hope that you enjoy watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Well, if you like the mix of old and new in these videos, you might like to click the subscribe and notify buttons. That way you'll be told when future videos are released. In this series we've been navigating our way along the backdoor route into the Birmingham Canal navigations. An almost self-contained 160-mile labyrinth of narrow canals, which were the principal means of transport during the Industrial Revolution. Of these canals, about 100 miles have survived and 60 miles have been lost. And so far in this series we have recreated the journey up into the Cannock coalfield, along the abandoned Hatherton Branch Canal, followed by the Churchbridge Locks, and then onto the Cannock Extension Canal. Well, in the last episode, which to be honest was something of a filler, I traced the existing line of the Worley and Essington Canal from the ironworks of Pelsall through to the coalfields of Brownhills. And this was all taken using a drone flying at about 200 feet, overlaid with archive images of the canal, how it used to look. And for the rest of this Series 7, we are going to fly our way down the line of the Lichfield Canal. Or, to be more accurate, we're going to fly the line of the Ogley Locks section of the Worley and Essington Canal. This route is about 6 miles long, and it runs from here at Ogley Junction all the way down to the junction at Huddlesford with the Coventry Canal. As usual, I'm going to use a lot of drone footage as a basis for this video, overlaid with the archive images showing how this canal used to look before it was abandoned in the 1950s. I'm not sure how far we're going to get in each episode, but my guess is it'll take us about 4 episodes to fly the route. To be perfectly honest, there's no point hurrying a good thing, and I try to keep my episodes at somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes. Seems about right. To date, most of the restoration activity has been focused at the eastern end, around Lichfield. But all along the line, you'll see evidence of the amazing progress which has been achieved in the last few years. Now, from time to time, the restoration route has to diverge from the old line due to urban redevelopment and road improvements which have taken place in the last 70 years. So these videos are going to show the old line. But I know that I won't be able to resist following the new restoration route as well. So where my flight path diverges from the new restoration route, I'll backtrack at the end of the episode and do a bit of extra footage so that you can see where the canal will go in the future. This change in geology off the coalfield is reflected on the ground by the start of a relatively steep escarpment. And that means that the canal has to drop down through 30 locks to the Coventry Canal 6 miles away, just south of Lichfield. And as you'll see from the next few videos, this is a very active restoration project, with work going on all along the line. But don't think this is some kind of wing and a prayer operation with some insurmountable obstacles standing in the way of success. As you'll see in this video, even the construction of the M6 toll was preempted by the construction of an aqueduct which stands as empty, waiting for the canal to reach it. I did an on-the-ground exploration of this route at the end of Series 3, that was just before the pandemic, and I'll attach a link in the description field below so that you can have a look at those in more detail. This is very much an overview taken from 200 feet using drone photography overlaid with the archive images. So, no more talking, let's get the drone up in the air and go and see what we can see. was the first section of the Ogley Locks descent from the Birmingham Canal navigations. There used to be 7 routes off the plateau, there are now 5, and we've explored the other 2. The restoration route for this section is planned to be pretty much along the lines of the old locks. It may move within spitting distance on one side or the other to accommodate local changes, but by and large the new is going to remain very faithful to the old. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed this fusion of the contemporary canal line with how it used to look like back in the day. And if you did like it, could I ask you to do the very un-British thing of clicking the like button? It means that I know that these canal videos are really hitting the spot, and it also tells YouTube that you liked it, and that means that they're going to recommend it to more viewers. And the more people that can appreciate our Industrial Revolution transport network, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, that's all there is for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Canal Hunter and that you will return for the next one when we continue our exploration of the Lichfield Canal route, moving on from Ogley Junction through to Barracop. But for now, cheerio, happy hunting, and I'll see you soon.